The data that we use to conduct our data analysis is taken from the official portal of the Department of Statistics Malaysia. The analysis involved unemployment rate in Malaysia in the midst of pandemic COVID-19 in 2020. According to the Department of Statistics Malaysia, the unemployment rate in Malaysia was at approximately 3.38%.
Malaysia's unemployment rate from January 2020 to December 2020 generally shows an unstable trend corresponding to the spike of COVID-19 pandemic. The unemployment rate increased gradually from January 2020 to May 2020. It surged to a fresh record high of 3.3% in May 2020 from 3.2% in January 2020. Movement restrictions and economic activity disruptions, which were caused by policymakers, had caused the extension of the 2.1% unemployment rate. The downturn of businesses had inevitably resulted in the retrenchment of unemployees. Next, the trend goes down from 5.3% in May 2020 to 4.7% in July 2020. The jobless rate decreased 0.6% as employed persons rose within the e-commerce activity, delivery services, and information and communication technology-related activities. The unemployment rate remained at 4.7% in August and dropped to 4.6% in September. However, the jobless rate spiked up to 0.2% from 4.6% September to 4.8% November 2020. The slight increase was primarily due to the implementation of the Conditional Movement Control Order CMCO across the country following the third wave of COVID-19. While economic activities continue to go on, the strict standard operating procedure and tough economic environment had led to job losses and the cancellation of or freezing of new hires. The unemployment rate remained high at 4.8% in December.
Based on the data above, generally it shows dramatic decline in unemployment rate as age range increase. Unemployment rate in age group between 15 to 19 is notably high as the population prioritized in full-time education engagement. Age group between 20 to 24 shows downtrend as this age group is categorized as population that just entering labor market following education. Starting from age group 25 to 29, the population begins to enter their prime working life. Age group 50 to 55 to 59 and 60 to 64 are people passing the peak of their career and approaching retirement. The unemployment rate in female is remarkably high, which is 15.1% compared to male, which is 13.5%. This occurs for marriage-related reasons and cultural aspects play a vital role. Females prone to be helping in household. Some women stop working after marriage because of family responsibilities such as taking care of their children and aged parents.
And now we move to problem statement. We have three problem statements. The first problem statement, people are not aware about the economic sector during pandemic COVID-19 in Malaysia, which can be the problem for the increasing unemployment rate. The unemployment rate is a measurement of the economic sector to be demonstrated which sectors are most affected by unemployment, as well as correlations between lower rates of employment and people of certain ages, ethnicity, and socio-economic status. Low unemployment rate can lead to a good improvement in the economic sector because most people are working and receiving incomes, which allows them to consume goods and services, which is essential to continue economic growth. And for the solution, we use horizontal bar chart to identify and visualize unemployment rate in 2020 by month. In this case, month levels are too low to appear clearly in the x-axis, and bar graph is the best method to present compared to vertical bar chart.
Let's move to problem statement 2. For the problem statement 2, the young unemployment rate in Malaysia was 12% in 2020. In terms of age group, the unemployment rate of young is always higher than the overall and adults. The young unemployment rate had been increasing since 2015 and would probably be higher after the COVID-19 pandemic. How can we see the unemployment rate by age during pandemic COVID-19? For the solution, we use area chart to identify and visualize unemployment rate in 2020 by age group. It shows how unemployment rate changed over age range. We can ensure that the age range between 15 to 19 has the highest unemployment rate.
For the last problem statement, in the recently released second quarter 2020 labor force survey, the female unemployment rate of 5.5% is significantly higher than the male unemployment rate of 4.7%. How does gender play a role in the rate of unemployment in Malaysia during pandemic COVID-19 in 2020? So for the solution, we use comparative bar chart to identify and visualize unemployment rate in 2020 for females and males. Comparative bar charts allow us to easily compare the data for both genders according to age group.